Not recently. Not recently. He hasn't.
I guess we just want it so badly that it's just in my head.
I know. No, I do. I'd love to see it.
I see a lot of setup. That's all. I see Sanking, Leshrac, and Bane, and I'm like, ooh.
And the ban for Pain. I think that the Ember Spirit was a better ban for Pain, just because it naturally moves into that. Like, you don't have that awkward invoker time.
Yeah.
Where he's like, downtime, I can only sunstrike people.
Yeah.
Synergy-wise, it just Ember would have made so much more sense.
And they lacked the control. And yeah, the synergy. I mean, Ion Shell Carrier, they don't really have the greatest catch for him. They have Disruptor, but it's not the most reliable at times.
If we go, like, either Ember Spirit or Invoker would have been, like, through an entirely magic damage lineup. Are you okay with that?
I think it's Edict.
It's not great.
Edict is
Edict.
Yeah.
When you're like, Edict's my physical damage.
Yeah.
You've got the Darkseer level 15 talent. Give me that plus 90 damage.
Judo chop.
Is it 15? 10.
I don't know. It might be.
I think it's 10.
10?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's get 90 damage at 10. But still, that 90 damage. FNATIC taking
the reserve time
They're taking their time.
Yeah.
What's their pick?
Dire team's turn to pick.
Oh wow.
The Pugna.
Okay, so is this like a Timber or something?
Maybe it is Invoker, dude.
It could be
Dire team's turn to pick.
That's even more young.
Just a DK.
Yeah, I'm with
Everyone boos,
I'm with you, crowd.
No.
That's a lot of lockdown for this Morphling.
It really
this
is.
Morphling
It really
hates
is.
life right now. He's got 2 different Blink Stunners. He's got a lot of stun to follow it up.
And even if he does get super farmed, there's going to be a Darkseer that makes a wall copy of him.
Yeah. And it gives them some physical damage, at least some.
But you have
Good tower pressure from this lineup, too.
5 seconds remaining.
Do you still like the Lena?
not as much. I think Lena's playable. I think you could Kunkka too. Give yourself a little more team fight into that song setup.
Maybe it be just a BKB carrier.
Okay.
Like we said, there's not really a lot of physical on FNATIC still.
Whenever you see like the final like DK pickup, it opens up your mids quite a bit.
Right.
So there's a lot of mid melee heroes that.
Melina would be the obvious one, but what else is not so obvious for we? Yeah, Selena.
Choose your hero.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm telling you, talk about third place matches, but these are 2 serious drafts.
Yeah.
These are not have fun, mess around drafts.
No, there's no messing around whatsoever. This is serious stuff. They want to win this one, and obviously FNATIC want to try and get back in it. Alan, which way?
FNATIC.
Folks?
I like FNATIC's draft, but I'm going Pain all the way.
Pain's been playing better, but it's gonna go FNATIC.
Okay, 2 for FNATIC and 1 for Pain. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for game number 2. Can Pain take it home and finish third? Let's find out.
Pain, game 2. Let's get it on. We got serious people in the house, serious drafting, serious players, serious business, serious blitz. How you doing, man?
I'm good.
Are you serious?
Oh,
That's no.
Pain immediately go for the smoke. What a fun game. At least we get to see Alina. I know the crowd doesn't like DK. I don't know why. It's like a fun hero. He stuns, he flies around, he takes towers, he pressures. Don't boo that.
Hey, he did pretty good. Like when EE dived in game number 1, if it wasn't for him, those creeps would have been mopped up and the Eclipse would have just gone onto creeps and then we would have had a boring Luna.
Yeah, DK took towers. He forced action last game.
Well, let's see how it goes this game. It's obviously in the hands of our bed this time around, and it'll be Weeha's Lina. And once again, we see Pain Gaming committing multiple numbers towards the top lane. So HFN on the Morph lane, the panel's like, you've got to grab him a hero who can just win the game with. Is this a good game for a Morphling as well? Actually, is any game not a good game for a Morphling?
I saw some questionable Morphlings throughout this tournament. You have a good amount of lockdown for this hero, good burst.
This ain't no snow.
If you look at FNATIC's lineup, I mean, they have a heavy amount of damage, but a lot of it is just dissipated over time. So he might have an easier time in this game.
It's like that bottom lane is, I'm fearing for Tavo.
Why?
Because it's a Darkseer Bane combination against him.
He was against a Darkseer and Sand King last game.
Yeah.
You think Tavo cares? Oh.
Oh, TP's already coming up towards the top. That's a lot of damage onto Eternal Envy. The Thunderstrike doing its work. His extra stun, keeping Disruptor out of the fight. King RD got the Riptide off. Duster's TP out. Thanks. Is able to be successful.
And
King RD is still trying to be a pain in the butt. He's able to actually hit with the Riptide Eternal Envy at the -2 armor, but King RD losing life as his own TP scroll into the trees won't work. Pylai dies. The man who was under threat of being first blooded in game 1 is the man to claim it in game 2.
So that's a free wave of XP for HFN. Completely unbothered there. I'm not sure if they're going to be okay with it, but it's not the worst thing in the world. Envy hasn't touched a creep yet.
It's a kill at least. Even if it actually goes to your support, not even Eternal Envy. They're gonna need a nice big tanky Latrak, but Mango consumption to go into the split earth. Pylai dies, get the brain sap level 1. So King RD to the trees, doesn't have a lot of life, but it's enough to play with, and the revenge is there. HFN. Not only does he get that extra wave of experience, he'll get the kill onto DJ.
They're just continuing to get bigger and bigger as DJ collects the tips.
Holla, 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 get tipped.
He doesn't care, man. Just got like 50 battle pass points.
Love it. Burrow Strike, here we go again. Eternal Envy, follow-up stun. This time it's going to be Duster to fall. Lightning has arrived, so the spill damage kicks into King RD. He's dropping down low, and they get the secondary one slow. Burrow Strike over towards HFN. He needs life. Stick Charge will give him that. Pylai's low, but it's a triple kill for the FNATIC safe lane. Pylai die, claiming 3 out of the 4 kills the FNATIC have got so far.
Pi needed something like that. Get yourself started. We see what Solo can do with the Bane. Very good early start. The creep wave is going to push in very aggressively, though. That's going to allow Morphling to just sit up there, get all that XP. As FNATIC still splitting it between 3 heroes.
So this is like one of those fun lanes for Pain. Like, it's exactly what they want. They get early fighting. They're going to keep looking for more and more. They'd love Eternal Envy. In Snare, they don't have it. They only have... Well, they didn't even level Glimpse because Duster couldn't get in range. That's an interesting way to go, King RD. Just straight out of the lane, wrap around the side.
Can't really mess with this tri lane. A lot of stuns, a lot of nukes on the side of FNATIC. At least with the first early levels, no waveform yet.
Bed's so low, Weeha. Trying to get real close to rip him down. He knows there's an illusion rune in bottom he can just bottle up. That's because Pain Gaming committed both of their observer wards to watch the runes, to watch the rotations onto the mid. Trying to make sure that we beats our bed.
So far, having a pretty good lane right now.
Ooh, Disruptor, wall won't hold Pylai die. And it doesn't look like King RD really wants to be held there either.
If anybody gets stunned at this point, they are liable to die as DJ for an angle right now, but Envy backing up with the creep wave. Smart thing to do right now.
He really needs to find levels. You're finally going to get now is level 3, so the 2 points up in Lightning. They've got that better magical burst damage. But it still seems kind of rough for Pain Gaming to survive if they do get stunned. Nightmare into that, or Burrow Strike will do the work. The best lane so far for FNATIC CS-wise has definitely been the bottom lane. Universe went 28 for 0. He just ran all the way back to base, so a lot of lost time. The Tavo's just been sitting in the lane.
Yeah, but we saw that last game too, where Universe had more or less a free lane. Took the tower very early on with the trade in the mid lane. And it still didn't really seem to matter very much as Abed getting zoned back a little bit, just hits his level 5. DJ not going to get the rune.
It was the control factor, right, from Universe. Like, he went for the sustain, he went for the pipe build, trying to keep his team alive, and then just a couple of initiations from the FNATIC lineup. This, however, does not miss. It is King RD. Wall comes in, he'll in-snare. He's got a couple of stick charges to survive, gets to the other side of the wall. DJ's so low. Adaptive Strike and Thunderstrike will do the work. Nightmare. King RD wants to get away, but the brain tap from Pylai die. Gives him a bit of a tit for tat. Now Latrak actually isolating Duster. Morphling is chasing down Pylai die. The Glimpse trying to create a little bit of space. No Duster, no wall up to the other side of the wall. He will go down. Envy finds that kill. Pylai die.
This is
still on the heavy chase. HFN, he hasn't got the waveform. He just wants a couple of hits into Pylai die, and he'll get the 2 of them. One of them being the Adaptive Strike. And space, as you said, created by wasting Morphling's time.
This is going to give Envy a free lane, at least for the time being.
The torn block of Tavo looks with the stun to try and cancel Universe from getting the extra bounty room, but it does not happen. Meanwhile, Weeha,
Solo kill.
he hit level 6, Laguna Blade came up, and then pop.
They're all tipping Abed. Poor guy gets the death.
Okay, I've now got my new favorite sound. It's the double block. Top lane, they're going to look to fight again. Disruptor walks straight past DJ. Burrow strike out. Bane brain stamp and the stun. Duster cannot survive that kind of magical burst damage. Turns around quickly for a thunder strike onto the Bane, but HFN as well as King RD. Okay, well, it won't matter when Tavo jumps up. Jumps in for the swashbuckle and connected. Eternal Envy is low, but then Tavo permanently controlled. They don't have a Burrow strike back up just yet, but then again with the lightning, the slow pilot eye brains up in 5 seconds time, so they want to dive this. Burrow strike is off cooldown now.
Tavo's rotation just completely whiffs. Just gets stunned, hit after hit. Wasn't able to get that ulti off.
There's so much experience that, like, obviously they split it 3 ways, but it was their solo lane for Pain Gaming.
Look at Envy, the offensive tip back. I feel like this guy's been BM'd all week. Finally gets a little bit back.
He waits until Pain Gaming fortify as well, so there's efficiency. He knows he can't get any last hits in it, so he's got the time to use the chat wheel. Tavo has to jump back down to bottom lane. Universe has been having more of a free time down there, pulling the creep waves over, forcing the creep wave into the tower. Top lane, wall is up, Burrow strike forward, King RD. Not a healthy man, but the waveform in. DJ hiding under the sandstorm. Eternal Envy doesn't have a lot of mana to play with. His arcane boots are off cooldown in 2 seconds time. Now they get their mana back up again. They can look for the continuous ability spam on top. Actually have no way to get him out of sandstorm.
Abed starting to stabilize it a little bit when it comes to CS at the very least. Is beating Weeha by just 1. Of course, that first death to him solo is still going to cost him quite a bit when it comes to the net worth. That's where the Lina is dominantly on top.
Weeha's going to want this fight on bottom lane. He came down for the Shrine. It was very, very late, but Rolling Thunder, they need to stop him. Darkseer, perfect light strike array from Weeha. Waveform in, and Laguna. It's a low cooldown. Hey, why not? Only 70 seconds. Ensure the kill. No escaping Darkseer, and now HFN has space to farm.
Yeah, absolutely executes him as he should. But Lina rotating in for a Darkseer, you want to try to get him that gold. Continue to let him build momentum as Envy is hot on his trails, only 300 gold behind, and right now, highlight die.
Wall him up, the Nightmare is there, instantly taken off, so they can get the Riptide, allowing Tavo to initiate forward. Weeha, second kill in the span of a minute. Actually thinking about going mid lane, or is it going to be, it's just SK Burrow striking away? There's a lot of numbers arriving for Pain Gaming in this mid lane. Add pressure to Abed, where he's probably wanting to burn Dragon Form and attack that tier 1 tower.
They're just trying to keep Abed away from the tower as much as he can, so he doesn't get the free Dragon Form into just hitting it. That's why when Weeha rotates down the bottom lane, you see King RD immediately make the rotation into mid, soak up the XP, push the wave back. Yes, you're allowing the Dragon Knight to farm, but you're keeping them off the tower.
Bane's on the run. Suddenly a level 1 glimpse. It's the moment when you're 8.5 minutes in, you realize your Disruptor is level 3, just because of the tri-lanes that have been going on.
It's like the casual 5 position life.
Fresh Iron Shell on Mr. Sada.
You're not going to mess with that guy.
It's a 425 movement speed Sada to the 371 of an Naga. Unless they can kill it off straight away. It's good money.
That's 200 gold. That's a hero. That is a grown man, Toby.
Yeah. Just like a hero, difficult to kill. So Envy's getting more space up on top lane. He's building in for the Eul Scepter, so
you say that,
easy and good initiation.
That creep has triple the health of Duster.
Wait, does it? It's actually true. And then Universe just turns on it. Says, no, sorry, I want to stun now. I don't want regeneration.
It's the best one to get just because you can vacuum it in.
Oh, Nightmare's out over on Weeha. I say that it ain't the real one. Highlight Eye fell for it, but then the Storm creates a little bit more space, but not enough as King RD pushes in from the side. Pangolier ensures a quick kill. Universe ensnared up, wants to keep this run going. but difficult when you're rooted to the ground and you're being hit by the rolling ball. Away forward, it doesn't go from Morphling. He's too far away. HFN, he's hoping his teammates can finish the job. The ensnare, it will connect, and who's there waiting? DK wants to help out, but a quick shield bash in. Talvo finds the pick off in the wall. It's fantastic, but they don't have a follow-up. In fact, it's FNATIC who think they have the follow-up with the Nightmare, but decide against it.
10-minute rune on the way. Highlight Die gonna find the haste rune. Maybe pick all 4 of them up for FNATIC, as DJ already claimed the 2 at top. They see him grab it. Can't really do a whole lot about that. That's such a big net worth swing every time you get 4 of those.
Real good catch, nice glimpse on top, pulls him back into the Light Strike array. Eternal Envy thought he was safe, hasn't had a lot of pressure up here. Even DJ was in the trees to help him out. But that doesn't work either, as DJ has to borrow Strike away, searched up for some distance under the mid lane, the tower. The dive is out, and King RD will die. Arbed pushing with Catapult and Dragon form up. It's the dream for a DK.
And the trade-off here is that HFN just continues to farm. You've seen what this guy can do with any amount of farm. Most likely finally going to lose his mid lane. This is what they feared. They were trying to keep the Naga here, keep this from happening, but...
When leveled up, Fiend's Grip, he's nightmaring himself, being knocked around and knocked around and knocked around. Talvo doing the work, lightning slow, however, he can't jump. Okay, never mind, of course he can jump up. He's got Swashbuckler 1 second time too. Mid lane, maybe a little bit of trouble for Arbed, as he's not gonna... Actually, the glimpse was already used. That's why he drum charges and runs away.
That is one of the worst places to be against the Pango. It's so easy for him to crash into the walls repeatedly. Pi had absolutely no chance there. Try to sleep himself.
We're getting double Yule Scepters arriving soon. One for Weeha. In fact, I think it's already coming on the courier. And yeah, sorry, I was wrong before us. Envy.
He should switch.
Yeah, he's going for a Bloodstone.
If he goes to the Yule Scepter, he just doesn't have the HP to survive the Lina burst. And once Lina gets Yules, it's a free kill for him every single time. Weeha stacking this wave for himself.
Do you worry about going for the Bloodstone really early on? Like, is there other ways you can get the HP? Because my concern is the Lina goes for a fight and you're going to start losing charges really early on.
Yeah, but what item do you get for health?
Yeah.
It's also really nice for Lush just because he needs the mana to spam out his level 1 ult. It's like the point booster alone just gives you so much value. But Envy's trying to play this jungle style on Lesh. He's very underleveled right now. Full 3 levels behind this Lina at least.
Gonna smoke up and look for a fight. DK is the end of a dragon, a double damage room, but he doesn't have the cover of the smoke. So this will be all on Bane. Fiend's Grip as well as Lestrak should be enough to find a pick. If they can find an opening.
They know. Scan connects easily. Dire go for their own. Topo might be the target here. He's going to run right into Pylite Die, gets Fiend script up.
Yep, support's on the way. Arbed's got the Dragon Tail follow-up, so if they need it, actually Burning Dragon formed. Envy hits the splitter. A much-needed kill for him, 300 gold. Glimp's going to go onto Pylite Die, pulling him back in, but you've still got the Friends of FNATIC nearby. And Naga Siren is trying to get over. Actually, she's going to get in trouble. There's a Burrow Strike with an Iron Shell out. It's the Song of the Siren that she wanted to bring towards the mid lane to give the control, and just because of that came into the killing zone, the rest of FNATIC Song is out, but the Iron Shell was still on the Sand King. She burns the ultimate as well as herself, and that's a long cooldown.
Oh, he waited so long to do that. Thought he was going to get outside the range of that, but it barely bites him. Final tick will do it. Universe picks up the last hit there as they get back-to-back kills. But we've seen this before. The question is, how does FNATIC continue that momentum? They opt to hit these Ancients instead of going for this bottom lane, and this is kind of what Nahas talks about on the panel all the time when it comes to FNATIC, is they often just opt to go for the farm.
You farm up your next item and not just push the objective.
Yeah, and I feel like FNATIC is just way too hesitant about that sometimes.
Oh, mid lane. Pylite doesn't have Fiend script, so that gank onto HFN doesn't really happen. Also, fun to see a Bane that doesn't get a single point up and enfeeble.
I like it. He's only level 7 anyways. It's a bit different from the game where PPD was just skipping the creep wave, trying to get Eternal Envy with it.
Which way did he go, Arbed? Found him, ensnared. Haste Rune's still got a little bit more duration on it. SK's on the way. The Burrow Strike's gonna be too far out. Terrific play just to get away. Had the Observe Ward planted, but you can already see him pinging it, and that's gonna be free money for Pylite Die.
And I was confused for a second why he went for the TP out there, but it's because he's level 3 into that snare. So it's the full 4 seconds. Normally we see the 1-1-3 on the Naga at this point.
So he actually had the controlled time to ensure he could escape from the Dragon Tail.
Yeah, and at top,
We
Abed.
Yeah, blink in. It's on the DK. And with a follow-up stun from Eternal Envy, they should have the damage. Maybe not when Duster put the storm down.
He doesn't have the angle.
He actually got the angle. He's got the distance. He's
Abed's
got the
blink.
speed.
1
Running
second, he's
away.
gotta guess.
Jump in. He's in the trees. No, he guesses wrong. It was the trees to the bottom, not the top, and it is, in fact, a disaster.
That was so sick from Weehaw. Didn't panic whatsoever. Gets enough move speed. Barely gets out of the range of lightning. You saw that Envy had the cast on him. Loses vision for just half a second. That's enough time to get the Lina out of there. That would have been such a big pickup from FNATIC. That's a reveal of the Blink Dagger at the same time. They absolutely wanted to grab something like that. They waited for so long up there.
Big
Highest net worth in the game.
Big props to Duster as well. Like, he bought Weehard that space, that time. And now they may even find themselves a kill. Thunder strikes onto Pilot Eye. He knows he can't run away. There's an observe ward as well to watch him, so quick glimpse back. The wall doesn't properly connect, however. They have to run a little bit harder for this. He'll Scepter into Lion Strike Array, and then they get the last hit to HFN. All working towards that Lincoln Sphere for himself.
He's almost got it too. Has the ultimate orb completed. Just needs the recipe at this point.
Then that Blink initiation in from DK is going to be a lot harder. Ensuring a Fiend's Grip from the Bane will have to come with some prep.
The initiation from all of them will be really difficult at that point. They've got tons of ways to cancel everything on the side of FNATIC. Just a lot of single target if you look at their lineup. The only thing that'll really stop him is that split earth, but should have enough time to get Morph off in a game like this especially. They've got the reset of the Naga Siren coupled with it.
Oh, blink in. Oh, how quick was a Yule Scepter? Abed was just jumping forward. He sends him up and towards the air. I thought it was on,
Here's a
but
sleep.
nothing is on. Everybody looks real tired. They're going to Riptide, focus Abed. No, the Storm is in a bad position as he cuts the fight out a little bit. Envy.
DK over the top.
DJ hits the perfect epicenter. Double kill in for Abed, however, as Tavo has a rolling boulder away. The Yule Scepter will create a little bit more space, allowing Weehar to get up the hill. The chase can be on, but it's up further north. DJ, he already did the work to turn this fight around for FNATIC, and he'll get that extra pickup onto Tavo. Can they catch Weehar? Blink Dagger's off cooldown. The Dragon Tail stun is there with the Breathe Fire. Lina doesn't have a lot to work with. Abed will go a little too deep to chase that underneath the tier 3 tower, so they'll back up, but a huge fight for FNATIC.
Pain missed pretty much everything that they could have missed there. They didn't get a good Static Storm. Tavo didn't pop his ult in time. The sleep ended way too early. They just didn't anticipate any of it.
And that's one of those fights I want to see again, and here it comes. So Pilot Eye comes in. Everyone thinks it's on. The Song of the Siren is out, but the SK ready to arrive from the southern part.
They just didn't cast anything.
Yep. And there's your epicenter. Forest Strike. DK just stands there wondering why he can't kill off Weehar. But, damn. Not the fight Pain Gaming wanted.
No, they thought they were going to stop that fight, and to be honest with you, I did too. It just felt like everyone froze for a second.
Yep. Well, they have their item now. It's the Lincoln Sphere for the Morphling.
That was
A little bit more protection for him. Weehar working his way towards a BKB.
King RD mirroring all our thoughts. It was definitely questionable at best.
Yes, Tavo. You are a god of the taunt and the roll. Bottom lane pressure's on once more from Universe, so see, this is how Pain this is how Pain makes fans. Styling.
Keep it going. I think the players can at least hear if they're really loud. So I'm assuming Tavo has to know at this point that he's the one triggering all this.
Yeah, if this crowd can get louder, then I'm fairly certain he'll continue. But wait for the next fight. Looks like a group up for a smoke. Pilot Eye's got one behind that mid-tier 1 tower. And there are a lot of FNATIC players ready to try and find some kind of opening on this map, well away from all Radiant Observer wards. And they're headed north, because that's where the fight's already moving. DJ, he's waiting for the right time. That's where the taunting Tavo is.
Yeah, Tavo might just
Quickly
break the
they
smoke.
move. Abed, yep, smoke breaks. A quick
So
jump
quick.
away. And they're gonna glimpse. Pulling the DK away from the fight. Disruptor takes it for the team. 5 players from FNATIC. They get 1 support for this smoke movement.
That was so quick. Tavo had barely half a second to react, gets the swashbuckle off. Abed even came from the off angle. He didn't come from the river. He made his way all the way around. So they might lose the tier 1 tower up at the top, but FNATIC, they're gonna lose this mid tier 1 if they're not careful. It's starting to get low.
Yeah, they're just letting the creep wave do the work. I think they're more interested in ganking Universe, but as no one's finishing this tier 1 tower in the mid, he's already on the defense. Disruptor TPing towards the top lane. They need that vision on our bed to glimpse him back underneath the tower.
Yeah, and once again, FNATIC, they just don't really commit for anything there. They pop the dragon form, you get a kill, at least grab the tower at top. This would be pretty huge, but instead they just split up and go for the farm once again.
They get the denial on the mid tower, but it's just that thing, like, also, Nahaz was saying, it'd be nice to let, like, Abed off the leash. It'd be nice to let all of FNATIC off the leash.
And part of the way you do that is you take towers. That's what creates pressure on the map. By not doing so, you eventually have to go back up there. It wastes even further time. They could have done this push with the first wave once they got the kill.
It's like they just want to establish vision before they really take a good fight. Like, they didn't have an observe ward on the hill. I don't think it was actually available at the time. Oh, poor Bane, that's a lot of deaths. A lot of kills on top, but a lot of deaths on the heat map.
Positive KDA.
Yeah, 757. Not too shabby. Bottom lane's being pressured down by Pain, so HFN. Looking for a fight. They have the observe ward on the hill, so Pain Gaming know they've got the information. And they've got Song of the Siren, so even if things go a little bit awry, they can just burn that and ensnare up the DK when he pops his BKB. Because that's something Leshrac hasn't got yet. So they've only got 1 target to control, or potentially isolate if he does BKB and then use Song.
Everyone's getting a BKB on the side of HF. HFN's almost got one with the Lincolns. We saw Envy go for this build, and he was heavily criticized for this. But in a game like this, with so many single target stuns, a lot of magic damage, I think this is the right choice.
Yeah, this makes sense. Nice stack for Weeha to farm while they're just continuously pressuring the bottom lane. And DJ, yeah, they still look pretty damn good. I'm always happy when I watch FNATIC play and DJ's got really good items, like having a Blink Dagger and Force Staff already, and he's got his eyes set on an Aghanim Scepter. So the long range initiation, he really made that fight for FNATIC in mid, made the most of the opportunity that Pain gave him.
He is more or less a core for this team. They give him so much space. You notice that Envy is relegated to farming the jungle, and it's DJ that gets the main creeps in the lane.
Well, it's like DJ's the only one who could also escape in the lane.
Yes.
Like
with the Force Staff.
It's one of those rare times when Envy's not playing a hero which can just try and jump away, like the Spec or like any of his safe lane heroes that he does.
Does finish up the BKB himself. It's going to be crucial for them as Abed has one. And you'd like for FNATIC to take a fight at this point. Double BKB on your cores. Yep. Not really waiting for any item aside from that. Maybe the Blink Dagger from Universe.
I'm still wondering if they are strong enough for it. Like, yeah,
for a 5-on-5 fight? I think so, for sure.
The concern is just the Song of the Siren. Like, how does that reset when you go for these single targets? Unless you get your Burrow Strike, like back Burrow Strike to come out,
and the
which
thing
is
about
practically Ravage.
Is there's nothing that's really going to stop them once they just pop double BKB. As long as they're patient, they'll just pop the BKBs after the sleep, and nothing will touch them. That's why I think they should take the fight at this point.
Well, they might be able to force it by looking in towards Roshan. Pylite Eye is currently doing it solo. Not exactly what he wants. Takes the damage, gets it back with the Brain Sap. And yeah, they're going to start it up for FNATIC, so they look towards Roshan. The ping comes pretty early on. Hours out from King RD. He can TP over towards that shrine, just song it up. There's no one's defending the tier 2 tower. The Illusions have made the long run up. They got 7 more seconds to get into that pit, and the timing will be perfect to get a lot of information. DJ will Burrow Strike and get rid of him. Roshan at 2.3k. The TPs are coming slow, they're smoked up, they're jumping over, and well, where is this song? Roshan already down, Aegis Immortal into the hands of the Leshrac. Rolling boulder forward from Tavo, but he's so far away from the rest of his team. Finding the initiation just is not there for Pain. FNATIC get away with it.
Pain.
And they smoke, they try and turn it straight away. We're pulling the Rocks Kiss.
Weeha. Looks like he's going to be the target. He has BKB, but if they can get the stun off from DJ first, farming these neutrals, is he fast enough?
Oh no,
they whiff!
Yes! He misses the Burrow Strike, the BKB is out, but Paladai has a Fiend's Grip. They can still hold Weeha in position.
DJ with the rare whiff.
See, this is why you're not meant to like raise up a player. Okay, he's got fantastic items. I'm sorry, DJ. But you got it out of your system now.
It's okay, Pi recovered that.
He did.
Still looks scary for a second. Very nice move from FNATIC. That's an aggressive play with the Aegis. And now I'd really like to see them take tier 2 towers.
Yep. Like they're farming up the creeps, which are on the Pain Gaming side of the map. The top lane was pushed out a long way. The Naga Siren center illusion, so they continuously riptiding and forcing to the tier 2 tower. Universe went to the bottom lane to try and re-push this as well. So they're always looking behind themselves, FNATIC. And it's only when they had like the Aegis, the Immortal opportunity, they're like, okay, yeah, now we can go for something. And they've got better teamfight items arriving. So the pipe was already done for Universe. He's now got the Blink Dagger. That's going to sync up nicely with DJ and gives the big teamfight initiation that FNATIC really want, and the space that Envy wants to have too.
I think he really regretted not getting it in the last game. We saw how difficult it was for him to just get in. He was surging, trying to get vacuum walls off. In the very final fight, he wasn't even able to get the wall off as a result of that.
Yeah, when he had the Blink Dagger, he had the one target, but at that point it was too late to initiate. Universe is underneath that Observer Ward, so the hunt is on. Weeha, Shadowblade wears off, but at the perfect time, Yule centers up, goes for the stun. Tavo is trying to help out. He has a Rolling Thunder and blink his way forward. And DJ support, he came in to help out. Now Glimpse only back towards the mid lane, and it pushes him away from Eternal Envy. Rooted, controlled. DK needs to keep the Thunder Weeha to stop him from attacking. Where's his epicenter? Where's the control? Naga turns the Song of the Siren on. DJ, he's waiting for the right opportunity, but he knows he can only get the retreating heroes, and he found one. Duster right on the rune spot. Eternal Envy will slow him down with the lightning, and they have enough magical drag out life. That's what the brain sap is for Bane to get the kill onto the disruptor. Maybe Tavo as well. Burrow strike from DJ catches him in mid lane. DK is already starting his rotation, so Tavo, you can bounce down, but DK's ready. He even steals the regeneration rune from him right in front of him. You can cancel that regeneration rune with a swashbuckler, but he does not escape from this. FNATIC getting back-to-back kills. Weeha may not be done. He's watching. I don't think he believes he can get it.
There's way too many heroes around right now. Gotta reset this right now, and HFN continues to just continue to look for farm.
Oh, Naga, Burrow strike catches the real one. He's trying to juke it out with the illusions, but they find the real one. King RD. Locked control brought down, and Arbed becoming unstoppable. 6-1-3 for him. Blink, forward, disrupt. Is there nowhere Duster can hide? A double kill for Arbed, and they're looking for more. They head down to bottom lane. So Eternal Envy, the Aegis Immortal pops. And you've got Lina Weeha on the run. He denies the town, but he doesn't have a TP scroll. He TP's down to the wave, so Eternal Envy can keep the chase going on to Weeha. The BKB's protecting them both as Weeha needs to juke it in the trees. Goes up, goes down, goes round, goes infant, and he's out! He's got 95 HP, passes the creep wave, but remember, still no TP. He'll get that from the side shot, but back in mid lane, they jump onto HFN, finding the kill. Tavo, Rolling Thunder, try to create space, but Arbed doesn't care when the BKB protects him, and FNATIC 28 minutes in, enter the high ground of Pain's base.
HFN with a really costly death. Second of the game since the laning phase, but
a minute down too. Oh, the blink. There's your jump from Arbed's base. Not created. Duster will fall as well. Pain Gaming, continuous pickoff from FNATIC.
Tavo might just
horrible position. Here we go, one by one. Tavo, FNATIC saw that laser array coming from a mile away. Tavo was forced to buy back. Weeha, he's hoping for some kind of initiation, but what do you want? You want Arbed? This guy with strength traits goes up to 2.7k. Not to mention the armor. 34 armor they have to get through on him.
They're pinged towards mid too.
Oh, blink, forward. Gets the back wall. King Red. He's already going to put out the Song of the Siren. Weeha's just building up a couple of charges and making more copies of himself. They don't find anything. I think they're trying to buy time for Morphling to respawn. 4 seconds for it, but Naga, she'll sacrifice her own life for it. And really, Duster, he just can't catch a break. FNATIC have the jump range initiation, so Naga will buy back. Morphling, now is your chance to try and fight. They've still got a couple of illusions from that Darkseer wall that's helping FNATIC with this push. The jump forward from Tavo, the Rolling Thunder. They find their target, but Arbed with a stun! The back! Burrow strike epicenter! It's sweet from FNATIC, and GG is already called. FNATIC take game 2 in just under 30 minutes to give us a decider for the
unbelievable. Pain just losing hero after hero after hero. The bleeding never stopped at any point. Felt like FNATIC got the last 20 kills of that game.
How to take FNATIC off the leash, continue to put a bait right in front of them that they want to keep going for. Opportunities just continue to present themselves from Pain.
The worst part about that was that mid engagement, where they drop everything, nobody dies, they lose 3 heroes.
Yep.
Shortly after that, they give up Roshan. They didn't contest that either.
It took too long. Like they needed to actually, where did they TP'd to the tier 2 tower, right? And then they smoked up to run out, as opposed to getting out to the shrine. It just felt like Pain Gaming were always like a step behind after the 10-minute mark, and FNATIC, they make the most out of it. It was a great game for EE. At the end of the day, he went 8-1-11. It was 9-1-9 for Arbet. The 2 cores really heavily untouched for that entire game, and the only one who did damage, like, is really Weeha. He went over 16,000 damage.
And he dominated his lane, but
He really did.
I really like what FNATIC did this game. They prioritized helping out Envy. Because in the other game, they just completely left him alone, didn't really help him at any point. This time around, they made sure that he had the best tri lane possible. They knew that Universal was going to be fighting against Tavo by himself. Abed died early on, but they were like, we don't care. Envy's having a very good game. We're going to secure his, and then we'll worry about everything else.
I wonder if that game would have gone differently too if Tavo's rotation to the top lane was successful and he didn't get stunned up, because that seemed to fuel the fire that was the defensive tri lane of FNATIC, and all that farm, all that space you got for Tavo against Darkseer, it was meant to do something, and well, the best control that he brought was the attack against Bane. That was the best moment he had.
That was the best moment any of them had.
All right, so fantastic game. Can't wait for game 3. Bring it on.
Game 3 indeed, yes. We'll try and bring it on, Toby, as we